It sounds more dramatic than a movie plot. Just imagine a woman is kidnapped, while her lover is drugged, tied up, and sent a ransom. Following a significant search, the woman resurfaces 400 miles away, appearing unhurt. Police then inform the public that the pair is making this whole thing up. However, the pair was telling the truth, and several months later, the genuine kidnapper was captured. The Netflix documentary series, American Nightmare, revolves around the story of Denise Huskins and Quinn's experience, which gained international attention. Here's what you should know about the kidnapping and what happened afterward. Welcome to True Crime. Let's get started. The kidnapping. On March 23, 2015, a man broke into Quinn and Huskins' house at around 3 in the morning, waking them up. Quinn told ABC News that the intruder instructed Huskins to bind Quinn with zip ties, then bound Huskins himself and placed blacked-out swimming goggles and headphones, playing recorded messages on the couple. The intruder then forced the couple to ingest a sedative, threatening to give it to them intravenously if they refused. Quinn was told by the invader to stay inside a taped-off section of his house and to communicate with the intruders via text and email to discuss a ransom. Quinn was also informed that Huskins would be taken for 48 hours. The assailant threatened to kill Huskins if Quinn called the police, claiming that cameras were watching him. Upon awakening from the sedative the following afternoon, Quinn called his older brother, an FBI agent, because he was worried that he would be monitored if he reported the police. His brother told him to give 911 a call right away. Quinn did as he said. Detectives were informed by her boyfriend, Quinn, that he was awakened in the middle of the night by a bright light shining on his face, and that someone had drugged, blindfolded, and bound the two of them before forcing out Huskins. Quinn added that a $8,500 ransom was being demanded by the kidnappers. Quinn was questioned for hours by a Vallejo police detective, who occasionally hinted that he might have been connected to Huskins' disappearance. Quinn took a polygraph test, which an FBI agent told him he failed, the couple said later in a book about their ordeal. 2 days later, Huskins, who was 29 at the time, appeared uninjured outside her father's apartment in the Southern California city of Huntington Beach, where she claimed to have been dropped off. She reappeared just hours before the ransom was due. What happened to Denise Huskins after she was abducted? In American Nightmare, Huskins told the terrifying story of how her attacker sexually assaulted her twice while she was being held for ransom. She added that even though she had told her captor about her sexual abuse as a child, in the hopes of stopping him from assaulting her in the future, he nevertheless attacked her twice. She claimed he had taken videos of the two events and threatened to make the footage public if she reported what had happened to the police. Huskins also said that her captor told her that he was part of a larger organization and that there were other men involved with her abduction. Huskins claimed that the drugs her attacker had given her that day had left her somewhat drugged when she was released in Huntington Beach. Following her release, she said that her assailant informed her that she would constantly be under observation and that she could not disclose to the authorities that he was in the military or that she had sex with him. As a result, she said she feared telling authorities initially that she'd been sexually assaulted for fear of putting herself, Quinn, or her family in danger. Police call it a hoax. Vallejo police revealed at a news conference that they had uncovered no proof of a kidnapping and accused Huskins and Quinn of faking the abduction, which spurred a massive search. Quinn reportedly waited hours to report the kidnapping, which led the police to become suspicious. At the news conference, spokesman Kenny Park expressed disgust over the resources supposedly squandered, with 40 detectives assigned to the case and the fear it caused among the community. Quinn and Huskins, however, believed they were the victims and that everything was real. Quinn's attorney explained the delay in reporting to police by noting that his client had been bound and drugged. How did the Gone Girl kidnapper get caught? On June 5, 2015, a couple in Dublin, California, 40 miles from Vallejo, woke up in the middle of the night and discovered that a stranger had flashed a light in their faces. The woman fled into the bathroom and dialed 911 as her husband fought with the attacker. The attacker ran off, leaving behind a glove, zip ties, and a cell phone. Huskins and Quinn call Misty Caruso, the investigator who cracked the case, her very first as a detective, their hero. She traced the cell phone from the site and discovered that it belonged to Matthew Muller's stepfather. Furthermore, she contacted other Bay Area law enforcement agencies and discovered that he was a suspect in a home invasion robbery in Palo Alto, Calif. In 2009, Caruso discovered a set of swimming goggles blacked out with duct tape and blonde hair attached and reported it to the FBI, suspecting that he was Huskins' kidnapper. Muller was taken into custody by Dublin police on June 8, 2015, for his involvement with a local home invasion case. Later that month, Muller was taken into custody by the FBI after they discovered evidence at his residence, including Quinn's laptop, that connected him to the kidnapping of Huskins. If Misty didn't connect Muller to us, I have no idea where we'd be, Quinn said in American Nightmare. We're lucky out of this. Who was the Gone Girl kidnapper? Mueller is an immigration lawyer with a Harvard Law degree and a former Marine. He claimed to authorities that he had Gulf War illness, which encompasses physical symptoms like respiratory and gastrointestinal issues along with symptoms like mood and affective problems, cognitive impairment, fatigue, and irregular sleep patterns. Mueller's attorney later claimed that Mueller was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. According to the Associated Press, Mueller was reportedly disbarred in the state of California for taking a $1,250 advance from a client and failing to get their son a green card. Mueller pleaded guilty to one count of federal kidnapping in September 2016. He admitted to using blacked-out goggles, liquid sedatives, audio recordings, and other instruments during Huskins' kidnapping. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison. Mueller also faced state accusations of kidnapping, robbery, and 2 counts of forced rape, but was found unable to stand trial in November 2020. But in 2022, after being found to be mentally fit, he entered a guilty plea to those charges. Mueller remains in prison on federal charges. The aftermath. Huskins and Quinn settled for $2.5 million in 2018 after suing the city of Vallejo and its police department for false imprisonment, defamation, false arrest, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Authorities claimed during Mueller's trial that he had tracked both of them using a drone, then used the fake pistol to break into their house, tie them up, and force them to drink a drug that would put them to sleep. While they were blindfolded, Mueller, who was dressed in a full-body wetsuit, played a recording that made it seem as if there was more than one kidnapper, they said. They also claimed that after placing Huskins in his trunk, Mueller took her to his South Lake Tahoe residence, where he kept her for 2 days. According to investigators, they have videos of Mueller setting up cameras in a bedroom, recording himself twice while he sexually assaults the blindfolded victim. Where are they now? After getting married in 2018, the pair had 2 daughters. In interviews with the media, they claim to have tried to rebuild their lives through therapy and to have returned to their jobs as physical therapists. According to ABC 7, the attorneys who helped defend them, as well as a Dublin detective who assisted in linking Mueller to their case, attended their wedding. In addition, the couple co-wrote a book about their experiences, Victim F, From Crime Victims to Suspects to Survivors. The couple received an apology from both the city of Vallejo and its police department the same year. In a statement provided to KGO-TV, city officials said, "The Huskins-Quinn case was not publicly handled with the type of sensitivity a case of this nature should have been handled with, and for that, the city extends an apology to Miss Huskins and Mr. Quinn." Also, Police Chief Shawnee Williams described the couple's experience as horrific and evil, apologized for how they had been treated, and promised to make sure that survivors are given compassionate service with dignity and respect. Finally, yes, American Nightmare, Netflix's latest true crime phenomenon, already has viewers hooked with its Gone Girl-esque narrative. The terrifying 3-part docuseries portrays the true story of Denise Huskins, who was kidnapped by masked men in 2015 from her boyfriend's house. So what do you think about Huskins' kidnapping? Make sure to add your thoughts in the comment section provided below. Now, it's time to conclude the video. Our thoughts and prayers go out to those involved. We hope you enjoyed our true crime overview of the real American Nightmare. Be sure to be a true crime subscriber and hit the bell icon to never miss another true crime video. Leave a comment and a like to show your support. Until next time, stay safe, and if you have a true crime story you would love to see, please be sure to leave in the comments below. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.